Hey guys, it's Kyle Thompson here with eXp Realty, bringing you the final market update for March. And this week we are covering townhomes. Let's jump right into it. All right, so at a glance, we had 40 new listings, 27 new sales. The average list price was $570,711. The average sale price was $553,593. The average sale price to list ratio was 97.8%. Average days on market was 28.89, and we ended the month with an inventory of 81 units. So let's jump over and take a look at the market conditions to see what we have there. So as always, I like to use both the monthly supply of inventory method and the sales to new listing ratio, as I find using both of them gives a bit more of a complete picture of what's going on in the market. So with that said, last month, using the monthly supply of inventory method, we came in at 3.23, which puts us firmly into seller's market territory. If we use the sales to new listing ratio instead, last month we came in at 68%, which also puts us into seller's market territory. So both methods leaning seller at this point in time. Now let's jump over and take a look at the actual active inventory. New listings actually dropped from February to March, falling about 20-ish% from 53 down to 40. Sales picked up by only 2 units, rising from 25 up to 27. Expireds rose from 1 up to 4, and the benchmark price for a townhome in Kamloops rose, what is that, $8,300. Now let's take a look at the end of month inventory. Last month we ended the month with an active inventory of 81, which is about middle of the road when looking over the last 10 years and is within about 2% of the 10-year average of 79. Now if we jump over and take a look at new listings year to date, we see that so far there's been 117, which is about middle of the road again, actually leaning a little bit on the higher side and is within 3% of the 10-year average of 114. Now, if we take a look at sales instead, we see that so far year to date, there's been 114 sales, which is on the higher end of units sold over the last 10 years, and we're about 12% above the 10-year average of 102. Now let's jump over and take a look at the sales dashboard, starting off with average sale price. These numbers are measured year over year, so one full year over another full year. And when you look at it that way, in aggregate, prices have been pretty well flat. They're down about 0.5%, but that's pretty well nothing in the scheme of things. Currently, the most expensive areas of town are Sun Peaks, Sun Rivers, and Tobiano, ranging anywhere between $592,000 all the way up to $1.84 million. Whereas the cheapest areas of town are Brocklehurst, North Cam, and Westmont, ranging anywhere between $416,000, call it, down to $364,000. Now let's jump over and take a look at the sales to new list ratio instead. The average sold price to list ratio. As always, this is a measurement of how much properties are selling on average below the list price, which is a proxy for how much negotiating room you have as a buyer. And last month we came in at 97.80, which is one of the higher readings over the last 12 months. And that means that there is less negotiating room if you are on the buying side. So moving on to sales by sub area. Once again, these numbers are measured year over year, full year over full year. And when you look at it that way, sales for townhomes are up a fair bit, actually up 23.87, so almost 24%. Currently, the busiest areas of town are Sahalee, Aberdeen, and Pineview. When combined, they make up almost 50% of the total volume. Finally, let's take a look at the days on market, starting off with the 10-year. So far year to date, it's taken an average of 50 days for townhomes to sell, which is exactly on par for the 10-year average. If we look at it by the trailing 12 months instead, we see that over the last few months, days on market has just plummeted, which is somewhat to be expected this time of year, but these are still quite big moves. Last month, we came in at an average of 29 days to sell, which is about 38% below the 12-month average of 47. Finally, let's take a look at it by sub area. And once again, these numbers are full year over full year. When looked at that way, In aggregate, it's taking about 25% longer for townhomes to sell, rising from 37 days on average up to 46. Currently, the fastest moving areas of town are Dufferin, Dallas, and Westmont, ranging anywhere between 15 to 32 days. Actually, Aberdeen is also 32 days, so I guess you could throw that in there. And the slowest areas to move are North Cam, Sun Peaks, and Batch, ranging from 75 all the way up to 90 days. That's all we have for today. As always, I hope that you guys are getting value out of these market updates. If you are, consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And if you ever have any input on things you would like added, explained more thoroughly, or just even suggestions in general, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will get to them as soon as I am able. Thanks for watching.